blackout after this.
Huh?
You're gonna. No, Matt's blacking
Matt's gonna
out
black
now.
out.
Matt's on his way down.
No, I'm fine.
Oh, I'll play.
Oh, you're in?
Yeah.
He's gonna
I'm
urine.
in. I'm in. Are you sticking around? Or are you gonna head home?
Probably leave.
Probably leave, Ryan.
Go
I'm
somewhere
in.
else.
I was gonna say, that's
Yeah,
I
Ryan,
can
Ryan
back
and
out.
Jeff, you know.
I was useful.
And we'll send
in one
Jack home
episode, and
again.
I fucked up in another one.
Are you sure you don't want me to play Black?
We keep sending Jack home
Why do you send him home?
because we keep filming stuff.
Well, he
without
left
him.
on his own yesterday.
He did have to go somewhere.
So then put Jack
But anytime
in blackout.
Lasso is happening, or
Well, Lasso's done now, so
Yeah.
put Jack in blackout.
Jack had to leave,
Jack out.
but then right before that, he found out his light was broken, so he just kind of left anyways.
Yeah,
He
true.
came back.
I was like,
He
goodbye.
walked back in from
he
that.
came back for a little bit.
I feel drained after all that lasso. I don't know about you. Maybe it's the sickness too. I don't know.
It's
That
definitely the
doesn't
sickness.
help.
The
The
sickness for sure.
I feel good.
But I did not want to get out of bed this
I feel
morning.
great. Quite honestly.
Lasso got me here though.
Thanks, man.
And it kept you here.
I was like, well, I gotta do Lasso. In the
It got you here. The podcast kept you
I
here.
just
Yeah,
started
that's what
shoving
it
pills
was.
in my face. And
I did the
usually walk it
same.
off.
I gotta
Ditto.
re-up actually.
went to the
You reminded
gym.
me.
What,
I'm not
do you,
even
what,
sick.
what do you want? What are you taking?
No,
What do you got
because
there?
I don't have any cold medicine left. I just have whatever Lindsay had in the cabinet. So what is this?
Brady's sick as well.
Yeah.
Dayquil.
He's out sick.
Dayquil.
Everyone's
Dayquil.
dropping.
Vicks Dayquil, severe cold and flu.
Oh,
That's
That's
that
good.
Vicks,
Doing
man,
good
he's
stuff.
all over
Yeah.
it.
Ever since they took out the
It's
pseudoephedrine,
dried me up though, because I was runny this
Well,
morning.
Sticks.
It's opened my nose a bit.
I just popped some Tylenol and a Sudafed, and I'm good
I
to
did
go.
take
But by the end of the day, I
Excedrin
feel like
this morning as
shit.
well. I took
that two
Excedrin for the
different
pain.
Yeah. Sudafed doesn't. Sudafed is just pseudoephedrine, which is actually yes, it's what they use to make meth.
Pseudo.
Pseudo.
And then Tylenol is just acetaminophen.
So that's paracetamol.
Could have been a doctor.
Sure.
Wake me up.
Wake me up,
That's what he
doctor.
said?
Can't
Paramore is what he
wake up.
said? Thought it's what he said.
What?
You say Paramore?
Some 41.
I don't know what's happening right now.
Yeah. So, Larry texted me a thing. Apparently, if you're a Harry Potter fan, Hogwarts didn't have bathrooms originally. They eventually adopted Muggle plumbing, but they eventually, just for the most part, would relieve themselves wherever they stood and then make the stuff magically disappear.
I mean, that's smarter.
Why would you
That's
not
smarter.
magically drain
Why
your
would
bladder?
you
Yeah.
get plumbing?
So would Moaning Myrtle just hang around between people's legs?
Yeah.
Well, she died way after
Yeah.
that.
All right.
That's why it was weird to her. She's
What a stupid question.
I like to think they at least had a corner or something, so you didn't have people just
pee
walking down the hall and then stop and go like,
Well, maybe it's like
No, well, the thing is,
no,
if they did it
nappies.
enough, they probably wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
They'd just walk like,
no,
while
but then it'd be
pissing.
like,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for
falling out of your-
science, and then I gotta get over to herbology, and then I have potions right after that, and then I gotta.
Well, I mean, they have those long commuter trains in China, don't they, where people just shit themselves into a
Excuse me?
adult.
What?
Nazi.
Well, that's apparently that's what people were doing in
Look
New
it
Year's
up,
Eve
podcast.
in New York because they lock you in if you're in Times Square to watch the ball drop. They just once you're in there, you're locked in. You can't go anywhere. You
sounds
seen that
awful.
Yeah, that
horrible
doesn't sound
clip
great.
of fucking Ninja trying to get people to floss?
That was hilarious.
It's a
it's
lot of those
rough,
people have been
but-
just standing there for 10 hours with no bathrooms.
Oof.
So they were just shitting themselves
People
People don't
hate
want to
that
floss
shit.
when they've got shit in their pants.
in the rain too.
In the
It was
rain.
also
Because you'll get a rash from like squishing it.
yeah.
You take
A lot of them were in
It's
diapers.
mostly from shit.
Ninja seems like a very, very nice person,
But
He does.
because he's so close with Fortnite now, and like that's where all the
He
fans
is
people
Fortnite.
just hate, I think because
Well, they
because
keep-
they hate Fortnite.
The problem
because
is they
it's
keep
popular.
shoehorning him into everything.
Yeah.
It's like he
Yeah.
became popular at Fortnite and then it's like, of course he should be in Times Square. Why not? And then no one in Times Square gives a fuck about
Like
it.
I was talking about Rhett and Link earlier, right? And like they, their show still does really well. They had Ninja on fairly recently, and it was an episode about like dancing, like Fortnite dancing or something, and the dislikes were massive.
Ninja needs to learn to say fucking no to things too. It's like he just says yes to anything.
Well,
Again, he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
like, it's also like.
But no, when
I'm
you're
sure he
stepping
thinks
outside
he's helping
your-
everybody.
He
It's
probably
not
really
a-
likes money, though.
He probably really
that
Yeah,
helps.
he does.
That
He
helps.
made $10 million
true.
supposedly last year.
I appreciate
That's
the
huge. Well, I
attention that
bet
he's
that's-
brought
I bet it's way more than that.
to esports,
Yeah, but-
especially through ESPN. It's like, okay, you're the first like e-gamer to be recognized on an ESPN magazine cover. That's pretty awesome. We had this conversation going about how esports should be treated like professionally. It opened up a lot of doors for people. wasn't as big of a fan of his ideology for not streaming with women, but that's a side note. And I think that is why
That's
some of
because
his
you're a
hate
lady.
started.
And so we should
Because you
stop
keep
listening
taking
to
your
you.
tits out.
All the blood is flowing to her vagina, so she's got none left in her brain.
I'm bleeding everywhere.
It's going into the baby. That's
yeah, exactly.
If you're not taking your
It
tits
would
out, why even have followers?
Disrespectful to his wife if he
true.
talked to you.
Right, exactly.
So-
So I will
Sheriff.
just deny women that platform entirely. But I digress. I think it's a case of like the fans ruined it for him. It's mostly I think of like the Ninja fan base as like really younger audience, but really
Correct.
very passionate people who are very loud and like to dance.
They
over
suck.
and over.
When he's dancing
Like,
around
ooh,
like
they're interesting. But yeah, I think if people just got tired of like that reaction to his presence and they were like, oh my god, Ninja. Now it's just like a negative association.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which that sucks to be in that sort of position.
Yeah, but
Well,
I can ride my
Except for the 10 million.
I
Except
can
for the 10
ride
million.
my dislikes to the bank. I don't really
Yeah.
give a fuck.
I will deposit that.
I'll be honest.
And goddamn, speaking of esports guys, again, too, Shroud. Have you ever watched any of Shroud's stuff?
No, I've heard good things.
I've seen clips of him recently from Blackout. It's just not fair.
That's
It's just not fair. Like,
whenever we're like, hey, we're
It's
starting to get
insane.
good
It's
in Blackout,
stupid insane.
that's why I say no.
yeah, I mean,
watch
the
something like
Shroud good is different from where we're trying to get.
Right. You know,
We're
you're not
here-
like, I'm pretty good at this
Yeah.
sport. I could, and then you compare yourself to the Olympics. It's not
Right.
that. Right.
It's not really a feasible thing.
But in terms of Blackout, you're right. We're not good. We're getting better. The way we put it is we're getting a lot better at the communication aspects of like knowing where we should be placed on the map, like to get better vantage points on other places and stuff like that.
You do sound drunker today. You do.
He does, right? I don't know why. I mean, it's not from beer, or he just hasn't.
I also didn't sleep
Now
a
he's
lot last
drunk.
night. I
That'll
really
do it.
didn't sleep last night
That'll
either.
do it
So
for sure.
Man, not
wish.
sleeping before a double
he
lasso.
was
is
flossing.
crazy.
Yeah.
Flossing too much.
Stop talking about flossing.
and
That was also what you did was not flossing.
I don't know how to do
Not
it.
even
Nah.
close.
Yeah.
but the shooting still needs
was it
improvement.
Yes.
Shooting in Blackout still needs a bit of improvement. But it's the only battle royale I've played so far where I can run in at people and be like, I'm running in to kill people, not like I'm running in to die, which is every other battle royale.
Battle
game.
royales are weird in that the most critical aspect of that game, the fighting part of it, is the thing that you spend the least time doing.
It's true.
Unless you really get aggressive with it and drop into populated areas, you spend most of your game not doing it. And then the moment you need that skill, you haven't developed it.
I don't
Unless you're
know,
Gavin.
Drop into construction site and pick up a Bowie knife, and it's a different game.
Or just if you're just shooting your teammates, you get some practice in.
I may have done that. To you
Saying.
and you.
You get it again. You
Yeah,
got it.
he did.
One of those.
You've shot me before for sure.
And you.
Yeah.
I did turn the corner shouting, Gavin, help. And then,
He helped.
and I
The
got
thing
it.
is, I was chasing a guy
Too
out.
far gone, Jeremy.
I was chasing a guy out of HQ. I was on his tail. He was running out. He went around the corner. I went around the corner. Shot the first person around the corner that I saw. It was Jeremy.
Oof.
The other guy had gone around him. He went past you, didn't he?
The other guy
'cause
saw
we-
Gavin
well,
coming and knew he'd
Because
take care
he
of
turned
you.
the corner, you were over here. He turned the corner, and as I passed him, so I came back out. So you saw me first, and then he was behind me because we didn't see each other, and I got the brunt of it.
By the way, melee does 20 damage.
20.
Not a lot.
If you get him in the back of the head with a gun, at least, it's an insta kill, though. Because that happened to me the other day.
I didn't even know the knife was a thing until we
new.
did that.
It was,
match.
it was a couple, like a month ago or something.
Yeah.
They added it. Yeah.
I just remember we like all walked into a room and you, me, and Mike, we all died in that room. And then
Oh, you're
Dan-
talking about Dan.
Yeah, Dan got the knife and then
That was a good
saved
one.
us all. It was a good one.
Well, I mean, he didn't
Save us
He
completely.
didn't save us at all. I was dead. Gavin and I were
We got
dead.
experience for dying
We
within the first
just
5
watched
seconds.
Dan play the entire match using a knife, trying to win with a knife.
He got down to like the last
He
5.
was like top 6 or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
impressive.
with a fucking knife.
I don't think he used
Kill
it,
people?
did he?
Oh, no.
No, there was one part. It was so close. It was it's one of those little small buildings that it's like almost like a long shed, and there's like there's like little rooms. It's almost like the stables, but it's not the stables. It's like
Okay.
little tiny closets. So that if you walk straight down the hallway, there's like 4 rooms on your right
Got
and
it.
left.
Okay.
And Dan's hiding in one of the rooms like a serial killer with a knife. And the zone is like the zone before the final zone. And when Matt, Gavin, and I are all watching him, like dead quiet, and he's standing there, and you heard someone open the door to that building and walk in. We were like, oh my God, he's gonna get it. He's almost get it. The guy must have, it was like a movie. That Dan was here, the guy must have walked up to like right before Dan and then turned around and left. And we're like,
Yeah.
ah!
It was so
It's like he
close.
was so close. I'm like, this guy is not gonna expect someone to jump out with a knife in top 10. There had to be like 8 or 9 people left at that point, and Dan almost got to knife somebody. It was fun to watch. Then he had to run outside because of the zone, and he got slaughtered because he
Yeah.
had a knife.
I want him to win so bad.
Yeah, would have been good.
Just for the story.
Would have been a story. That's what he was going for. He was going for the story. He got so far, we were like, just use the knife. Just use the knife. He was like, all right.
There's a
Finish what
clip
you started.
of in an upcoming Get Good where I told Gavin, I showed him after the fact, and I was like, I accepted at this point that you weren't gonna make it. Even though you did manage, but it was like a whole thing where I was looking across the street.
Is that the roof guy?
Yeah, and Gavin was hiding next to this little house, and he's like peeking over at this building next to me that he thinks people are in. And I'm looking at Gavin, and there's just a dude on the roof next to Gavin, like on this little house on the roof, just walking up to Gavin. And I was like, I barely warned him. I said, Gavin, guy near you, is all I said.
You do that so often in games where it's like you've given up on us well before
Yeah.
we need to.
We're
Like,
dead in your eyes like 90 seconds before it happens.
Yeah. It's like Left 4 Dead with you is a thing where I'm like, you could save me. You could 100% save me right now. But it's like, I understand it's a small inconvenience, but I saved you earlier.
I'm looking 2 steps ahead, and on that second step, you're not there.
No, I know. On the one hand, it makes me a better player because I have to account for this.
Yes,
where
you
I'm
do.
like,
You have
Jeremy's
to
not saving.
I will
at
not
all.
save you. If I can get to that safe room, I'm getting to that safe room.
I want to go and play it.
I want to play some
right,
Blackout
let's
or
do
some
it, let's do it.
Aruru or something.
Show. Blackout.
Blackout post show.
Play some blackout.
Here's the thing.
It's
I know
time to go.
People all the time are
and
like,
play.
talking about Blackout and stuff like that. We talk about stuff we like, and we like Blackout.
That's true.
That's why we never talk about Gavin
Right.
when he's not here because we don't like
Just
him.
walk away.
This was not bad.
Yeah.
Really?
It's
Yeah, it was pretty
it's
good.
lemony. It's not. It's just a lemon
Well, I
cake.
mean,
it's a lemon
lime.
cake with
And
glaze.
lime,
It's not
because
7
it's
Up.
what-
It's
7 Up
not.
is
It's
lemon
lying.
lime. 7 Up is lemon lime, just like Sprite. That's what it
It
is.
is.
It's the whole thing.
It's just lemon.
It's citrus. It's not just lemon. That's crazy.
I know it says lime, but it's just lemon.
Yeah, lemon lime. It's in there.
They can say it. They
It's
could say
in there.
They could say it's
Look,
cherry.
the can is green and yellow for
Look, it's even got a
lime
cherry.
and lemon. There might be a cherry in there. No, that's not. Is that a cherry? That's just a dot.
That's just a
It's
dot.
the red dot.
It's part of the logo.
Cherry's better than lemon and lime.
I brought this over. Look how much Matt drank.
I could have went more.
This was brand new.
I was really trying.
You're trying to get him to do one more?
Yeah.
You're an awful person.
I don't want to force him. He doesn't have to. He should. He'd be cooler to
Sick.
me.
Damn.
There
Turn
he
that
is. Let's stop
down.
there. What's that?
It's bright.
Yeah. He's just over there giggling.
He is. Well.
Did people? No. Did people use these forks? I hope not.
No.
Okay. Don't use a fork and then put it back in the cake. That's gross.
Unless you want to.
You take care now. Happy New Year.